Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting the state of the W. Sorry that the whole thing is reversed. It should be the other way around, but I don't know how to make the camera rotate its shit. Maybe I can flip it at another time. But this is going to be a segment. I'm going to be doing this once a day. Likely I'm going to do a few of them in a day and then post them daily. Other thing you might have noticed, no more beard. So, Salvo, you can't fucking say shit about my beard, but I can still get to the fucking chopper. Doesn't matter. We're gonna start top the bottom. First team, Brule Cup Champion, Thunderbell Pike, playing Dropkick Murphys, Rose Tattoo in the background. So, all these things, I'm gonna step out of it a little bit so everyone can see. But basically, Thunder Bay Pike, 6-time Brule Cup champion, 6 seasons in the W, so he's won it every fucking year that he's been in it. It's about time we end that trend. His worst record, so ShawnBell's worst record ever in the W was 48-13-3-2, which we were talking the other day about 13 losses or double-digit losses for ShawnBell is weird. Well, there it is. His best season was the one he just had in season 7, 64-4-0-8. Fucking redunculous. But at the same time, too, so did Puss. Puss got it over Shawn because he had more W's. Likely, we're in the W. Then you go over to here, his total win totals, his trajectories. So here, his win percentage was 771. He basically, it was the first season, I think we had 66 games, so 6 games more, you would add 6 games to all the next few seasons. But you can see his trajectory went up to 879 the following season with 58 wins, which would have been his highest total up until this previous season, so season 3. Then he went 47, 48, and then 57, and then skyrocketed to 64. Everyone's got to say their own fucking opinion about this, but this is my opinion. You want your own, you make your own fucking videos. I don't fucking care. Yinzas, you can fucking figure it out yourself, aka the Nips. The W is dead. Fuck you, buddy. Basically, ShawnBell's strengths. Everybody talks about it. Dynamite defense. I found a trick to beat him. His checking is amazing. Shawn is aggressive. He attacks. Anybody who sits around and trying to be fancy with Shawn, you're going to lose. Plain and simple. It's a mental game with Shawn. If you can beat Shawn mentally, is being positive in your games. Don't be like, oh, I'm just happy to play Shawn. I'm going to see what I can do. You're going to lose. This is what you're going to have. A big fucking L. A lot of people have had them. His next thing, breakaways. Shawn's a beast at breakaways. Found another way to do it too. Manual goaltending does help, but I fucking suck at manual goaltending, so it doesn't help my cause. Forecheck. Another portion of his game, but he forechecks. He doesn't give you the opportunity to get progression in your freaking attack, but he does have flaws in it where he overcommits. Could be an advantage, but it's also an adjustment that Shawn does throughout any game series that he's done. He's always adjusted, which means don't give him a fucking break. Shawn, take your fucking pot break somewhere else. I don't care. We're continuing to play. And if you're down, too bad. Manual goalie, he's one of the elite. There's nothing else to say about it. Manual goaltending, you can no longer say elite in this league unless you are elite. Everybody in the league is starting to use manual goaltending, so it's best to probably focus on another component of your game. If you're not considered elite, you can still use manual goaltending. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be good at it, but it does state that you're going to have an opportunity to still be competitive. A lot of the teams in this league think that they're competitive, but they don't really have the manual goaltending ability yet to get themselves to that next level, me included. Shawn's weaknesses. Little that he has, I think he has 2 of them. Slap shots. Shawn can't handle slap shots. I found out the other night in the Q season enders when I played against them. Scored 9 of them in 4 games. And I think I scored 3 back-to-back shots. And even Shawn says, I've never seen that before. He can't stop it. But the thing is doing slap shots from the face-off circle, you're going to get blown up. You have to anticipate where Sean's going to be. Sean's going to be aggressive. You got a gap, you got to take it. Since slap shots take a lot longer to wind up, other than the snapperoo. Fuck you, snapperoo, because you're dirty. I'll take my clapper. We're going to get to that segment next. Overtime. Sean's, if you get him to overtime, you're giving Sean points. If you could take points off the board from him, knock him down a few pegs in the standings, it's very difficult to knock him down a few pegs, even if it's just one peg. Different matchups, different trajectory to the Brule. Get him in overtime, it's his weakness. But the important thing is that you need to have this taken care of as soon as possible. Beat him in regulation if you can. Then we move over to his roster. He's got Sean Burke, averages 77 overall over the next 5 seasons, as high as an 82, as low as a 71. Mika Nornanen, 58 average, 3 years, 65-46. Sean he's a backup goaltender. He's going to need one. Burke's only got 5 years left. 3 of them are pre-lockout, and then 1 year, 2 years after the lockout, and then he has no more goaltending. So Sean's going to have to focus on maybe getting a future goaltender, but for the next 5 seasons, he's got Berkey, who's got 6 Brule Cup champs. Then his forwards are a little suspect when you look down the line. If we're looking post-lockout, Sean's in trouble because all he'll have is Rolston. Well, actually, he won't have any forward depth, but he has Connolly, St. Louis, and Rolston post-lockout. Battaglia, we all know what it is. It's fucking Wolfie. Little Wolfie, I'll bat you on the head. Trade him to the best player in the league. Fuck you. Go fucking get your number 2s done, and then we'll talk from there. But then he's got Theo's only got 3 years left, so lockout. Fleury's gone. Sebastian Bordelot really doesn't contribute much. He's a depth forward for him. He doesn't really play much, but overall, still a solid guy. He's only got 1 year left. And then you add in his defense, which is very strong. You got a strong defense to Sean. It's not going to help you, but he's got Jovo and Yanni Niinema, who are both an 80 and 77 overall average, which is good. Great for the league, and plus his highs are 88 and 87 for both those players respectively. But then he's got Juszkiewicz and York, who are in 5 and 3 year trends, but their ratings are in the 70s and 60s. So Sean can make any team really work if you really think about it. Then his draft picks, he has all his picks. He hasn't traded any of them away. He hasn't taken any, not that I know of. I think that he did get Wolves first. Not 100% sure with that, but we'll have to look into that. But this is what we're going to be doing with the State of the Franchise, or State of the W. And there was a segment, everyone's going to, like every segment of these, I'm going to do one different one for everybody else. One question, everybody said rank the slap shots in the league. Me, number 1, ununanimous. There's nobody else in the league that does slap shots the way I do. Snapperoos do not count. Get your fucking figures straight, they don't count. After that, I've seen people play with them. I've seen people try them. Autobahn is probably number 2. Then it's a drop-off. I heard Ellis, he did a few of them against Wolf in the Q playoffs. I haven't really seen anybody else try it. At least against me. If you have any other options or you've seen anything in your games and you've got a video of it, post it. I want to see those slappers. But basically, it's me, Autobahn, and everybody else. Ellis is probably number 3 because he told me about it. Otherwise, I don't know anybody else that does slap shots. Everybody who tries to do them fails, gets body checked, or the goalie stops it. So, you're not a slapper if you can't score on a regular basis. Regardless, those would be the rankings. Me, Autobahn, Ellis is a question mark asterisk because we don't really got proof. Autobahn's done it against me, so I know. Everybody else, because I don't know anybody else who's done it or have shown that they can do it on a regular basis. I do it fucking 3 or 4 times a game if I can. But if I succeed on one slapper a game, great. If not, whatever. Bob's your uncle. Either way, next episode is going to be Ticklepuss's team. I don't know how to say the name yet because I haven't really paid attention to it, but it's called the Ticklepuss. This episode was State of the W, Thunder Bay Pike, episode 1.